Hello students, today we will start with this poem of your syllabus, A Thing of Beauty. Actually this poem is written by John Keats. John Keats is a poet who can be considered from the genre of romanticism. He was the poet who died at a very young age only. He was 26-year-old only, and this poem has been taken from an excerpt from the Endymion. Endymion is a long poem written by the John Keats, and in this poem it's a poetic romance, and in this poem is a pursuit towards Cynthia by a shepherd boy whose name is Endymion. He was in the search of Cynthia. Cynthia is moon of goddess moon here. So let's start with the poem. John Keats have most of the time he has written about the beauty, because he was the, as you can see the title, The Thing of Beauty. Let me start with the first poem, first line. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. So John Keats was the greatest lover and the worshipper of beauty. It's not the only one type of beauty, but in any shape beauty can be present, and he was the greater worshipper of the beauty. A thing. So let's start with the poem, beta. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. The Keats is saying that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Anything which is beautiful, which is lovely, it always gives us joy, happiness and the pleasure, not for the moment but for ever. Okay, and with the passage of time, with the passing of time, its loveliness increases only, it multiplied. Beauty and the loveliness of the thing will increase only, not decrease, but it will multiply it and the manifold many times. It will never pass into the nothingness. Means he is saying that any beautiful thing, if we just start appreciating it or apologizing it, that it will never go into the nothingness. Means it never passes into vacuum or the emptiness, and but will keep a bore quiet for us. But beautiful things are those which always give us, provide us the beauty and the comfort and the relaxation, just like a bower. And what is bower here? Bower is a thick shade provided by a group of trees. Suppose you are feeling hot, at that time you find a place which is quite shady, and it will give you the coolness and the comfort. Then how you will feel? That moment will be very beautiful. Okay, so in the same way here the poet is comparing the beauty with the bower, a thick shade provided by the group of trees, and a sleep. And if you are feeling very hot and then you get a thick and the shady place, then obviously you will get a sound sleep there. Okay, and that sound sleep will provide you the full sweet dreams. So in these two lines, students, poet has compared the beauty with the two things. So metaphor, because there is no direct comparison, between indirect comparison. Beauty has been compared to the bower and to the sound sleep and with the sweet dreams. So this poem is telling us that the poet is saying that beauty is so sweet, it's so pleasant, it's so quite provide us the happiness and quite breathe. Okay, and because whenever we are feeling quite happy, at that time we will feel healthy also, and the our breathing, and we will feel sound, healthy and the wealthy. Therefore on every morrow, so from here the poet is saying that therefore means he is saying that therefore we should just try to make a connection with the beauty. It's just like a flowery band. As a flowery band make the connection between the two parts, in the same way beauty is very beautiful, just like the flowers, and it's make a strong bond between the earth, mother earth, and us, spite of disputants. But here the poet is saying that even this world is full of disputants. Disputants means disappointment, and disappointment, sadness and the gloominess and the hopelessness, this always cause pain and suffering. Spite means causing pain and suffering. So this sadness and the cause suffering and the pain. And there is the inhuman dearth. Dearth means scarcity or the lack. And this world has become so selfish in intention that there is the lack of human beings who has noble natures. Okay, and that's why due to those intentions, those selfish intentions, our days has become completely gloomy and full of sadness, of all the unhealthy and the over darkened ways. So the poet is saying that even our life is full of unhealthy and the over darkened ways we have, but still we have to make our life anyway worth living. So the beauty is that because of these unhealthy and the selfish and the personal motives, the human beings have filled their mind, but still we have to live a life. And that's why even in this unhealthy and the over darkened ways, okay, but we have to make something search. And that search is that in spite of all these negative things, which has been told here in these above 4 lines, in spite of all these, some shapes are there which can remove our sadness. And what kind of sadness? So students, from here you can see that the spite of despondence and the inhuman earth. So these lines are full of the hopelessness and the frustration and the personal and the selfish intentions and the motives of human beings. There is the lack of noble natures. So this has been told in these lines. So what we can say in total, that the human has become so selfish that they are not thinking about the others. So our life has become very frustrated and unhealthy, and all the ways are darkened. So but now we have to search the ways. Yes, in spite of all these things, means the frustration, the hopelessness and the heartbreaks, but still we need to keep a balance in the life. So some are the shape, in spite of all this, some are the shapes beauty moves away. Okay, so some of the shapes, in we can see that in any shape we can find out beauty, and which can remove the pall or which can remove the sadness from our life. So some shape of beauty moves away the pall. Pall means sadness, so it can remove the beautiful objects, can remove the pall and the darkness from our life, from our dark spirits. And such as in any shape we can find out beauty, like in the shape of sun, in the shape of moon, in the shape of trees, or many kinds of trees are there, like old and the young and the sprouting. Shadibun means small plants, big plants, young plants. So we can find beauty in any object, and beauty is that which can provide us the happiness and the pleasure from this darkened life. Okay, so in the next video we will complete this